It's time for Outdoors in the Valley on WJER. Outdoors in the Valley is brought to you by TMK Valley Propane in Bakersville. When looking for a reliable local propane provider, trust TMK Valley Propane. Affordable, friendly, professional, all the way with TMK. Outdoors in the Valley is coming up next.
TMK Valley Propane is embracing remote tank monitors. Are you tired of going outside to check your propane tank or forget to order your propane on time? TMK Valley Propane now provides reliable remote tank monitoring technology. Let TMK Valley Propane take the worry away, provide timely delivery, and never run out of propane again. Thank you for your trust in TMK Valley Propane.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
Good morning, and welcome to this week's edition of Outdoors in the Valley on WJER. I'm Jamie Hambaugh. The Ohio Department of Natural Resources has a suggestion for getting people out into the woods right now. Officials are encouraging everyone to participate in the National Audubon Society's Christmas bird count, which got underway this week. Here's Division of Wildlife spokesperson Jamie Emmert to explain how it started and why it continues today.
At the turn of the century, so around the late 1800s, it was a common tradition around Christmas time for people to head afield and to harvest anything that they could, feather or fur alike, and the winner with the most quarry was celebrated. Well, there was a gentleman, an American ornithologist by the name of Frank Chapman, who proposed a different tradition around Christmas time, and that was to count birds instead of shoot birds. So a group of individuals got together and counted birds, counted all the birds that they could hear and see on Christmas Day of 1900, and thus the Christmas bird count began. The Christmas bird count is the nation's longest running community science project, and it's just as important today as it was back in the year 1900 when bird populations were on a severe decline. Researchers need as much information as they can get, and that's why this Christmas bird count is so important. And community science programs and projects are equally as important because we can contribute data that can be compiled and help us understand more about bird populations all around the world. For instance, the bald eagle and American crow populations are on the incline for the most part and doing really well, but rusty blackbird populations are on the decline, and researchers have speculations as to why, but the more information that can be gathered helps paint a stronger picture of what's going on. Audubon Society welcomes anyone who wants to contribute to data and to watch birds. So anybody can contribute. You just have to find a count near you. The counts take place on different days, so it just depends on a particular count's date that is assigned, but it's sometime anywhere between mid to late December to early January.
The Christmas bird count runs through January 5th, 2024. To learn more, you can visit www.audubon.org. And speaking of Christmas time, for those still trying to choose between a real or artificial tree, our partners with the Ohio News Connection and WBNS TV say advocates like Austin Flynn are encouraging people to buy the real deal.
How do you keep it alive? Experts say you want to make sure it has plenty of warm water. You can buy tree preserver to keep it healthy. Also make sure to keep the tree away from the ceiling or heat sources so it does not dry out.
When you set your tree up, make sure you keep it away from a ceiling fan and try to keep it away from vents. We don't want the heat going up into the Christmas tree. We don't want any fire hazards.
I'm Lindsay Mills.
Again, you are listening to Outdoors in the Valley on WJER. We also heard this week that giant goldfish are causing big problems in the Great Lakes. Kira Cotton of WKYC-TV in Cleveland explained.
Researchers say goldfish can grow up to 19 inches long and weigh up to 9 pounds. It happens when people release their pet goldfish into the wild. A study just published in the Journal of Great Lakes Research details how abandoned goldfish and their extended families uproot plants, contribute to harmful algal blooms, and consume native vegetation. Lake Erie is also no stranger to giant goldfish. Just last year, the Ohio Division of Wildlife shared the reminder to folks at home not to release aquarium fish into the waters. I'm Kira Cotton.
Well, the Ohio Department of Natural Resources this week announced $1.6 million in funding through its NatureWorks grant program. 61 projects in 59 counties were approved for the funds, including Coshocton County, which is getting more than $22,000 to construct an outdoor pickleball court at the city recreation park. On the calendar this coming week, the Muskingum Watershed Conservancy District is doing something special for the arrival of winter on Thursday. Here's the MWCD's Adria Bergeron with more.
We have a winter solstice hike at Atwood Lake Park on December 21st. So the winter solstice is after that date, we now start to have more light every single day. So this is recognizing that kind of the darkest day, and from that point forward, we start having more light. And so we have a solar lit path that we have available, as well as just taking a hike throughout Atwood Lake Park. And it's a beautiful opportunity for you to go out and get some fresh air and enjoy the outdoors, and to highlight the trails that we have available that you can utilize all year long.
And finally, this is the state's additional weekend for deer gun hunting. Hunters took more than 70,000 white-tailed deer during the full week of the season in Ohio that concluded December 3rd. Tune in next week to find out the results of this additional weekend. You've been listening to Outdoors in the Valley. I'm Jamie Hambaugh for WJER, and don't forget, go out and enjoy your weekend.
Thanks for listening to Outdoors in the Valley on WJER, brought to you weekly by TMK Valley Propane in Bakersville, online at tmkvalleypropane.com.